Good afternoon. Happy last day, last Sunday in May 20 and 25. My name is T.R. Coverson. I am the host here on Masculinity, Blessing or Curse. I'm excited about having you here and thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to talk about something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. Staying in your place, or standing up in your place, better. Over the past couple of months, I've been to the funeral of two very powerful men in our family. Actually, my wife's family, but we are family like that. Okay? Uh, 2 months ago, approximately 2 months ago, lost my brother in law, Reverend Dr. Bernard Lafayette Jr. Dr. Lafayette, and both men in their 80s. Okay? Dr. Lafayette was a man that is kind of world known. Just a little background, he and John Lewis, Congressman John Lewis, were roommates in college. And after college, both of them pursued their dreams of standing up for the rights of other people. Both of them were frontliners in the civil rights movement. Um, it was a powerful meeting of destiny to stand where he stood. At his funeral a couple of months ago, we had his funeral. He was laid to rest in Tuskegee, Alabama. At his funeral, it was very well attended by dignitaries from really all over the world. Congressman Andrew Young, or former ambassador to the UN, Andrew Young was present there. He came personally. He was in a wheelchair, but he was there. The daughter of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and son, Martin Luther King Jr. III, were there personally. A lot of dignitaries. There were 8 or 9 people that came from Africa to attend his funeral. He was a strategist for the Selma March. So he was a behind the scenes guy, but very important toward the makings and the running of everything there. When you think about this, and hopefully I'm not telling tales out of class, but think about the kind of egos that were at the table when you have a Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., you have a Jesse Jackson, you have an Andrew Young, you have a Hosea Williams, you have a John Lewis, you have those kinds of egos in the same room. He was the one that was kind of the glue that held everybody together, and he was not vying for a microphone to stand out in front. So he was very important. And it was said of many of those guys that he was the glue that kind of kept everybody together. Again, the strategist for the Selma March, there's a street named after him in Tuskegee. So a very strong and powerful man. Has a Harvard PhD and just a phenomenal guy. He took his place on the world stage. He fought for equality throughout. Again, people came from Africa, 8 or 9 people from Africa, because of what he did there. And that story is one for an episode in and of itself. The other person, John Norman Kennedy, passed away. We had his funeral yesterday. His fame and popularity existed in the fact that he taught Sunday school. And he loved it. He was very dogmatic and very rigid about his Bible teaching. King James Version only. He was one of those that stood on the Word of God in a Sunday school class. During the COVID years, he religiously was on video during the Bible studies during COVID, while people were trying to weather that storm, teaching Bible class. 6 boys from the relationship, and all of those boys are young men to be proud of. I said all that to say this. John did not have a world stage, but he made a difference in the place where he was standing. To be a man is not the whole idea of chasing some stage to stand upon or some salary to boast about. It's finding and understanding where God has placed you, what your gift is to the world. Our mission is to be servants to the world, to discover that thing that God has impregnated your spirit with, and stand there fighting. When your time and place has come, you know it because inside of you it burns, and you have to speak out. John Lewis called it good trouble. There are times, men, when you know it's your time, it's your place, it's your legacy. Paul talks about that. I've fought a good fight. I've run my course. I've finished my course. And now it's laid up for me a crown of righteousness. It is forgetting about what you messed up in the past, if that's the case. We all have. And pressing toward that mark of that thing that you have been called here to do. There is a young man, a young woman, a person, or some situation that you have been sent here to minister to and or correct. The size of the stage does not matter, because you're doing the will that God sent you to do. What you're after is after the Lord saying to you at the ultimate, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Men, don't get hung up on trying to be someone else's something. People are watching you right where you are, doing what you do. Do your best at that. That's what your calling could be. And then one day, maybe someone comes up to you and thank you for the place you stood in order for them to see better. And when you do that, that is when you are Superman. God bless you. God keep you. Thank you for sharing. If you would, subscribe and be notified of when we'll talk again. God bless you and God keep you.